Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, Tanya's TLC Beauty. Hope everyone is doing great. I'm still not feeling all that great, still kind of hoarse. I did want to kind of do a video. It's going to be a little bit of a different one, not related to beauty whatsoever. I just wanted to kind of get on here and do one with everything going on with all of these shootings going on in the schools, mainly in Florida. I am from Florida. I lived there for about 30 years. And I moved to North Carolina in 2013 after my son graduated from Manatee County. But we went to actually the same high school. But I did want to get on here and just kind of voice how I've been feeling. It actually weighed on my heart very, very heavily yesterday. Our kids should not have to go through this at all. Our kids, our grandkids, our friends' kids, anybody at all. I myself suffer from PTSD. I am open with my friends and people who know me or people who may see me in the store because I do have a service dog. I have a Chihuahua who is a service dog for me, and my son just got me a Pitsky puppy. She's 9 weeks now, and I'm going to be training her to be my service dog, my next service dog for that. I was in an armed robbery 3 years ago while at work, working in a pharmacy. He came in and forced us to be on the ground face down, and my son was working up front also at the time, and I didn't know what was going to happen. It was very, very scary, and I have anxiety panic attacks anytime I see somebody with a gun, even a police officer. So that is why I have my service dog. I can only imagine what these kids are going through. I still remember Columbine, clear as day. It was when I was a senior in high school. I went on Facebook yesterday, and a friend of mine who I went to high school, and I'm sorry if I get emotional, I'm trying not to, she didn't want to have a talk with her kids about it, but she had to, because about safety and what to do in this scenario if there was something that was going to happen. And they asked her, would she stand up for the kids? And she said yes. And her kids even said that they would stand in the line for her to protect her. Our kids shouldn't have to go through this. My son's godmother, her daughter, was one of the schools that was a threat this week. Two of the schools in my county that I lived in were threatened. My son has half siblings that still live there, and I right away reached out to his father and stepmother to ask if they were okay. It is scary, and we still have friends and family back there. I can only imagine what those kids were going through at the school, what they are going to go through in their lives. Myself having PTSD when I see a gun, but them having to hear the gunshots. Sorry, this is very emotional. But them growing up and having to deal with this in their teens, and I'm 41. I can't imagine. I was afraid for my life that night. I was afraid for my son, for losing him, for him losing me. I struggle with this daily. I struggle having to go out of the house. I struggle in public. Our kids should not have to be afraid to go to school, where they are supposed to be safe and supposed to learn and blossom. Everybody said that I should go and try and face my fear and possibly go to a shooting range. And we have my grandfather's rifles, like his, shooting rifles that he used to shoot deer and whatnot. And I can't even look at those anymore because I have an attack. Something has got to be done with our gun control. Parents, please protect our kids. Teach our kids safety, how to be alert, how to protect themselves, how to be kind, how to love one another. I've tried to blossom more. I do feel safer having my dog. She does calm me, and that's why I have her. And I know having her, when I see somebody, she calms me, that I'm able to function as a human being. So these kids that are going to have this for the rest of their lives, these families that have lost children, that have lost their husbands, their wives, their daughters, their sons, I can't imagine what they're going through. But we shouldn't be afraid to send our loved ones to school. I was afraid to go to work. I worked for a year and a half, and I pulled myself and said I need help. I emotionally, I mentally, physically need help for this. And ultimately, I lost my position with my job, with my company. I ended up losing my career. I'm still an employee with the company, but I'm not working with them right now because of this. And it's a long road it's a battle that I'm trying to fight to go back. I cannot step foot back in the pharmacy because of it. I have panic attacks just going back by the pharmacy and thinking of going in there. And my dog feels that. It's amazing what our animals are able to do for us. But our kids shouldn't be afraid to go to school. The town I live in, here in North Carolina, our local high school was on lockdown today for a threat. We shouldn't have to be this way. If our kids are gonna be using guns, teach them the proper way to use it. Put bullets away from the guns. We gotta do something. I don't know what else to say about it, but you can see that it's affecting me. I pray every night for those that have been affected. For those that have lost their loved ones. And for all those schools that are still down there that we don't know day to day if there's going to be another threat. And as I'm sitting here filming this, I just heard my dog shake because she hears me getting emotional. That is how keen she is with me to my emotions. So please, parents, teach your kids how to be kind, love one another, look out for each other. Always tell your kids you love them. Be alert of your surroundings. I constantly am. My dog constantly is. She was alert the other day when we went to a grocery store, and I didn't know why until 10 minutes later, and I realized that the guy was carrying a firearm on his side. We are open and concealed here in North Carolina that they can carry.